All right, guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to go from the explicit, which is given here, okay, and we're going to go to the recursive. So really, if you look at what we have here, the recursive, right, an equals the difference, right, plus the zero term, okay? If you look at what we have, let's take a look. So we have negative 40, right, is the first term. We're going by eights, right? So the next term would be, so we're just adding 8 would be negative 32. Adding 8 would be negative 24, and so on, right? So what we're going to need is the zero term. Well, we already have the difference, which is 8. So all we're going to do is go back. Instead of adding, we're going to subtract 8, and we'll get negative 48. Voila, we've got the explicit rule. Okay? Let's take a look at the next one. So we're starting at 14, because that's my first term. We're going down by 4.5, so that will give me 9.5. We'll keep going down, so minus that would be 5. Then minus that would be what? 0.05, and so on. Then we'll get into negative territory. And we really didn't even have to do much of that, because what we need again, guys, is we have the difference, right? Which is 4.5. We need the zero term, so instead of going down, we're going to go up 4.5, and that will give me 18.5. Okay? Seem pretty simple? All right. I'm going to take a look at a few more here. Oh, let me erase this. All right. So what we're going to do is if we're going to go, again, here's my formula, dn plus c. You'll notice we have d, and this is saying we have the 13th term. So the 13th term is 31. So if you go back here, I could plug in, we know negative 31 is going to equal negative 7.5, right, times the 13th term, plus we don't have the zero term, okay? So if we solve this simple algebra problem, right, we will be able to get it. So let's see, we've got negative 7.5, right? Times, so negative 7.5 times 13 is going to give me negative 97.5 plus c. Okay, so I'm going to add that to 31. Okay, so negative 31 plus 97.5 will give me 66.5. And I'm going to put both of these together. So A of n equals negative 7.5n plus my zero term. Okay? Let's take a look at the next one. The next one's a little different. I want you to think of this kind of as let's use the slope formula for the difference, all right? So if you have 10 is kind of my input or my x value, 35 is my y value, and then I have 17, right? and 56. So if you go ahead and we do what? 56 minus 35 over 17 minus 10. Let's see what that's going to give me. So I've got 56, right? Minus 35 is going to give me 21 over 7. So the D, the difference, equals 3. Now I need to find the zero term. So I could plug in any one of these terms like I did in the previous problem to find C. So let's just stick with the first one, okay? So I'm going to do, let's see, we're going to do 35 equals 3 times the 10th term, right? And we're going to try to find, again, the zero term. All right, so that's going to be 35, 30 minus 30, right? C equals 5. So my answer is going to be A of n equals 3n, right? The difference, plus 5. Again, very similar to the slope. All right, let's take a look at two word problems. Okay, so we have 20 rows of seats in the concert hall. There are 16 seats in the first row, 18 seats in the second row, and 20 seats in the third row. So you can see the pattern going on. We got 16, then we got 18, then we got 20, and so on. So we're going to see how many seats are on the second to last row. The second to last row would be what? The 19th row. So I'm going to try to find the 19th row. All right. Well, let's get our stuff together here. Again, I am going to use the explicit formula, okay, to find. Let's get the formula going first, right? So we're going by twos, correct? So we got 2n plus d. I don't know what d is yet. Okay. Well, d's easy, right? I'm going by 2, so instead of going up 16, we're going to subtract it. So A of n equals 2n. I go back, remember? So that's going to be 14. Okay. Now let's use my formula, so I'm going to stick in 19, right? Then I'll do 2 times 19 plus 14. So the 19th row is going to have 56 seats, right? Now my last problem, we have decided to start collecting coins. We collected 12 coins first week, 24 coins in the second week. Third week we got 36 coins, so hopefully we're seeing a pattern here. What are we doing? 12, 24, 36, and so on. We're doing this through the whole year. So I am going to get the pattern going so you can see that the difference right away is we're going by 12s, right? Okay, so we're going to have 12n. Now, if we go back to the zero term, we didn't start off with any coins because we just started collecting, I guess, right? So we didn't start off with any. So it's really plus 0, which we do not need, okay? So we want to find out after 1 year, and this is happening every week. So we know there's what, 52 weeks in a year, okay? So let's go ahead and plug in 52 to our handy dandy formula here, right? And we are going to have what? We'll have 12 times 52. So we are going to have 624 coins at the end of the year. Okay? All right. We're done, guys.